Kodash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabayah, meaning holy, 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 Lord of hosts, Yah-He-Vah-He. Those 4 syllables could be said as a mantra, you know. They could be used as the divine frequency for healing. Those 4 syllables equal up and equate to the sacred name Hashem, the sacred Hashem, the tetragramma 10. The first Yah is the divine masculine, signifying the Father who art in heaven, Abba, the architect of the universe. He is the divine feminine, which equates to Mother Nature, the womb of the earth, 360 degrees, the nature of things, where mankind was created, molded, and shaped, impregnated, birthed. Va is mankind itself. In the beginning, Elohim said, "Let us create them in our image." Keywords in that passage. Elohim is plural, means more than one, because everything is created in duality. The Bible has an exoteric version and an esoteric version. Exoteric means external, physical, you know, the physical knowledge of things, you know. The things how we perceive them in the world. Esoteric is eternal, your inner essence, your intuition, your intuitive nature, you know, which deals with third eye chakra, which is indigo in color, you know. It deals with your inner essence, abilities beyond this physical realm, because God is eternal. The pineal gland, you know, like it says in Genesis, Jacob saw God face to face at pineal, within himself, just like all the patriarchs, matriarchs, and holy figures throughout the Bible did, you know. This is the biggest secret on the planet, you know. How to tap into God from within, you know. You know, once you tap into this higher self, you know, higher state of awareness, you tap into the crystals. The crystals is in the pineal gland. You know, it's what we call the Christ consciousness, you know. Christ even said that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. So he's telling you he's a manifestation of what God is above. As above, so below. But he also said there will be more like him that come after, you know, which we know as the elect, chosen seeds, star seeds, divine spark seeds. Those who have the divine spark, that's why Yeshua HaMashiach, Yahweh Shai, you know, Jesus Christ, as they would say, you know, Jesus Christ is just a title, you know. It's not the actual name of the person, you know, but the Christ, you know. He reached the Christ consciousness, you know. He had those abilities, you know, was able to heal because he was in tune with the great mother. Hey, Mother Nature, you know. So I say he came from a virgin birth, you know. The mother of nature, the nature of things that was within him, his eternal essence, you know. And he says, you will be able to perform the things in which I had and work even greater wonders. So once you become a disciple, you become disciplined. Once you become disciplined, is the law. The law, which you know is the Torah, is basically the law of cause and effect, the do's and don'ts, the judgments and the salvations, you know. The whole Torah is talking about karma, good karma and bad karma. That's why they tell you that this law is done away with. And those that tell you that this law is done away with are anti-God. Because God is the law. You follow the law, your eternal essence pairs with the Creator above. In the mother, the nature of things, you know. Nature guides you because you are permitting out positive ions of the atmosphere. So you get what you dish. Whatever you put out, it's like a magnetic pull, magneticism. You draw it back unto yourself. So you have Yah, He, Va, you know, divine masculine, divine feminine, divine masculine, back to the divine feminine, which is the last He, which correlates with the first He, but it signifies a her, the mother wisdom, Anna Chokmah. Chokmah on the Hebrew Sephirots, the 10 Sephirots in the Tree of Life, you know, which is Kether, Chokmah, Benai, Gedula, Jibra, Tiferet, Netzach, Had, Yisai, Malkuth. Malkuth signifies the kingdom. That's why the Bible said, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Once you reach your crystals, your Christ consciousness, because it's us as a collective whole. When we tap into this energy, you know, we follow that law of cause and effect, and we get that gravitational pull, you know, which we work out our own salvation with fear and tremblance, you know, and it's what we draw unto ourselves, you know. You know, Christians say a Christian means to be Christ-like, you know. Well, how could you be Christ-like? You tap into the Christ consciousness. That's why I tell you there'll be a new law. It is written on your heart and consciousness. Your heart deals with the heart chakra that deals with love. Love is the powerfulest thing on the planet, you know. This is dealing with intents and ideologies. That's why you have righteousness and unrighteousness, agreeables and disagreeables, as it says in the holy tablets, because you're disagreeable in nature. You go against the laws of nature in creation, you know, which is abomination and desolation, you know, becomes an antichrist, because once you take the law out of the equation, everything is governed by a law, rules, a foundation set, you know, to keep order, you know. You have to have order in chaos. So Chokmah, which would be wisdom, is mother wisdom. Wisdom is the spirits of the wind, as it would say in Pocahontas, you know. Remember the tree, Grandma Willow bark, everything was alive. Everything on planet Tiamat, planet Gaia, planet Earth, planet Ha-Adam, planet Ka, you know, is alive and well in nature, you know. You are a host, you are the temple, you are the vessel, you know. You pair with the earth pairs with the device. Just like when you plant a tree, those roots have to pair with the soil in order for it to blossom, you know, and connect, you know. Just like your device has to connect, your phone, your computer has to connect with Wi-Fi, you know, to become on a broad server. That's how you are in your energy field. Those ions, that ether, which is known as the breath of life in the Bible, connects you to everything. The earth has a grid. It's full of ley lines, you know. Right here, I have a book. It talks about, you know, Earth's grids. And it shows you how everything is connected. All these holy sites, these temples, pyramids, and so on and so on and so on, you know. And it breaks it down to the T, you know, from North Pole, South Pole, you know. And like I said before, the Bible is written in metaphors, allegories, and figurative language. It's a book of codes, codes of conduct, you know, which gives you tools in your host, temple, and vessel, you know. Just like a computer, it has programs to simplify the experience that is on that device, you know. Different softwares. Our software is our spirituality and the spiritual tools that we have present to make simplify our physical physical experience on this physical plane, this external plane, you know. But just like a car can't drive without gasoline, it has some energy source. So that energy source of the ether, that breath of life, that soul, that spirit, you know, When this body dies and stops running, it goes back to source. That last breath you take, those ions are released back into the atmosphere, you know, and they're still fully conscious and aware, you know. Being that we are in this final stage cycle, you know, the ascension, you know, reaching our higher self, rapturing to our higher self of awareness, so we don't have to go through the reincarnation process again, you know. The Bible talks about reincarnation as well. If you're new to this or it's your first time hearing it, you know, tell you about John the Baptist, Elijah, you know, even Jesus told you, you know, this was him that was here before, you know. So today I'm about to get back into it. You know, I've been busy lately, you know, a lot been going on. I've been working a lot, you know. Had a passing in the family. You know, I just had a solar return, you know. I reached 33 finally. And yeah, I've been getting a lot of spiritual downloads, you know. Like, it is very real, you know. I've read this stuff, but when you actually experience it and see it live in the flesh and how it works, you know, and everything correlates, you know. These programs. The programs for us is our spirituality, spiritual tools that we use. You know, understanding the law, understanding cause and effect, understanding, understanding, overstanding how things work, you know. You know, I got the frequency bowl. You know how the Bible tells you in the beginning, it was the word. You know, the word is a sound vibrational frequency. Yah, He, Vah, He is a sound vibrational frequency. Kudash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabaoth. It's also used as a mantra. You know, it's the prayer that the angels sing day and night to the Most High. Anu, Elionel. Anu means the Most High. Elion El, you know. That's why you get Ana Chokma at the end of Yah, He, Vah, He, because it goes into the mother aspect, you know. The father and the mother in duality as a collective whole, collective consciousness that creates one. Just like when you marry, a masculine marries a feminine here on this physical plane, it says they become together tied as one. They make a mutual bond and pact, you know. They become soulmates, you know. And they work together in duality. Everything deals with duality. You know, that's what we need to remember. So that is a tool, you know. So next time you're reading the Bible or any spiritual text, just know that things have a double meaning, you know. Sound vibrations. Sound vibrations, you know, we're healing. And talking about spiritual downloads and stuff. Like last night, this was in the middle of the night, I just got up. It was telling me in my head, you know, as I'm laying down, you know, it says, this is how you heal your body. You have to say these things. You have to talk to your organs, you know. You have to talk to the earth. You have to talk to the trees. You have to talk to the air. You have to talk to the water. You have to talk to everything that is alive. You have to acknowledge it, you know. You know, you can't be naive to the fact, you know, because everything is working and functioning and moving, and like the laws of rhythm say, which I did a video on a while back. And this is what it said, you know. And what it told me, it said, you are relearning what was once taught, you know. This isn't the first time this has happened. It said to me, it said these words, you have to bind them together. You have to mean them from your heart. You have to speak them from your throat chakra in truth and light and love and meaning. They all have to mean something. So it says speak to your inner essence, you know. That's what it was telling me. And I just kept saying what it was trying to, piecing the words together, what it was trying to show me to say, you know, but I couldn't memorize it. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to go to sleep and ignore this. So I got up, I wrote it down. And what it was telling me is, you know, it's like it's a riddle, you know. You have to say the right things, the right words, and you have to put them in perspective. Just like this was telling me, this is a mantra that can be used for healing. But this is what Spirit told me. It says DNA, RNA, cellular, regenerate, inner I am, microcosm. If there's an issue, correct the tissue. My health is wealth. Redeem yourself. You're rich in spirit. You'll get the healing. Eternal essence. I am your reflection. Please grant me relief to receive peace and blessings. Let's say that again. DNA, it's moving through you, you know. RNA, cellular, regenerate. Inner, I am, higher, higher. Microcosm, as above, so below. The macroprosopis above, the microprosopis below. If there's an issue, correct the tissue. My health is wealth. Redeem yourself. You're rich in spirit. You'll get the healing. Eternal essence. I'm your reflection. Please grant me relief to receive peace and blessings. You know how Revelation 2:9 says, I know thy works, your tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews, Yahudim, but are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. You know, you're rich in spirit. You're rich. You have the capability to do these things and move mountains. There's life and death in the power of your tongue. Selah. Alright, let's get right into it. This is the Akashic Records, chapter 6. Seeing through the lens of your past and present lives in the Akashic Records. There are many ways to find your purpose in life. One of the most popular is through the Akashic Records, a record of every event that has ever happened on earth and in heaven. The Akashic Records contain all the knowledge you could imagine because they're not restricted by time or space like we are here on earth. People can ask questions about their lives and receive answers from their higher self through opening their Akashic Records, like what I just read to you just now, you know? That was a spiritual download that came last night. You know, I wrote it down. Sometimes you gotta write these things down, you know? Some people are sharper, and you know, some people that do music, they memorize everything. They piece it together in their mind. They just recite it over and over, and you know, it's already encoded in their DNA. They got it. You know, they don't gotta write nothing down. You know, some of us do. You know, some of us miss a lot of these downloads because we don't piece it together how it's coming to us. You know, or we'll just give up on it and let it go. People can ask questions about their lives and receive answers from their higher self through opening their Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are an incredible tool for finding your purpose in life because they give you a complete picture of everything that's ever happened to you. The Akashic Records were created before the universe was formed. They contain every thought, word, and deed throughout eternity. Your records will tell you how all of your thoughts come into being and how they affect your life. The Akashic Records will also show you what purpose your thoughts have and why the universe gives you certain experiences in life. So, if you feel lost or confused about what your next step should be, it might help you to consult the Akashic Records for guidance. Important to finding your purpose. People spend their whole lives looking for a meaning to their life that often seems non-existent. They try to force meaning on their life by needing to do something great or important to feel that they have a purpose. But the truth is, you already have a purpose for being here. It's not up to you to decide your purpose. That was decided before you even came into being. Many people don't find a purpose for their life because they ask the wrong questions. They start by asking, what do I want to accomplish in my lifetime? Or how can I make this world better? However, it is problematic to create your life mission based on what we think society seems as important. That is very true. The truth is there are not right. The truth is there are no right or wrong questions when it comes to getting a glimpse of your life purpose. It's not about what you can do to help other people or make the world a better place. All these things are important, but they're not your true purpose, because your life is already tied to all of them through cause and effect. Selah. People ask the wrong questions for a few reasons. They're afraid to look at their true purpose in life because it'll make them feel more vulnerable. They want to live up to other people's expectations about what their purpose should be, or they're ashamed of themselves and think they need to change for their life to have a purpose. When you ask the wrong questions, it will make you search for an answer that isn't there. You'll feel as if your life has no meaning and that nothing will ever work out the way you want it to. This can lead to depression and anxiety because you feel like your life is stuck in the same place. You won't be able to see that you already have everything you've been looking for, but all of it is waiting for you to find a better way of asking questions about yourself. That's what I'm in the process of figuring that out now. Just like I wrote that down last night, I'm getting these downloads, you know. You can easily get sidetracked, distracted, you know, pulled into something else. Because believe it or not, everybody meditates. Whenever you find a quiet space, time, even if you're an army general and you looking over, you know, the consistency and patterns of your enemy and finding out a better way to neutralize them, you have to really think it through. You have to look at things from every angle. You have to ask the right questions, and you know, to get the right answers, you know. You have to narrow it down, look at it from every angle, you know. You have to think in the minds of others. But every answer to every question you have is within your eternal essence, you know. You have to slow time, space, and matter down to grasp that. You have to listen to your spirit. Most of the day we go through our days with ignoring our spirit, our intuition, that gut feeling, you know, the right from wrong, you know. The right from wrong is everything, because it's what makes you righteous or unrighteous, holy or unholy, agreeable or disagreeable, like the Holy Tablet says. You know, it's very key, you know, to have right knowledge, you know, and not be scared to venture out beyond the norm of things, you know. The path is narrow, it's not wide, you know, so it's not what everybody else is following. Remember that, you know. And you are your own unique being, you know. Everybody has a part to play to contribute to this collective whole and this collective consciousness, you know. We are alive, you know. There's life and death in the power of your tongue, so choose your words wisely and what you say from your heart, you know, with things you speak into existence, you know. Consistency and pattern that you follow, you know, to manifest what you desire, you know. People make you think it's wrong to be in control of your life or control of the dynamics of things around you, you know, control of your destiny, to know where you're going in life, because they're so lost in theirs, you know. You know, it's like an insult to them to say that you have this control or you know how to do this or subdue them. It's also a threat to people as well, because, you know, people don't like strategic thinkers or people that can outthink them, see through them, know what they're going to do before they even do it, you know. Some people call it clairvoyance, you know. These are gifts, you know, a lot of people have, but you have to, you know, you have to groom yourself into your gift. You know, you see your gifts early on in life, but you know, you have to pair with it. You know, you have to start watching the pattern of how it works, what you're good at, narrow it down, you know, and then you have to build on it. It is important to understand your true purpose in life because it will shape your entire life journey. If you don't know your purpose in life, then it is easy to lose sight of what you need to do. Realizing your purpose in life will help you find the motivation and strength you need to take action in the world. It can also motivate others around you, which is an essential part of having a powerful influence on people. If you don't know the meaning behind your thoughts and life's experiences, then it's easy to get lost in a whirlwind of confusion. Yet the Akashic Records are an invaluable resource when it comes to finding our purpose in life. The records can show us how our thoughts come into being and how they affect our lives. They also show us what purpose these thoughts have and why the universe gives us various experiences in life. The Akashic Records will show you how your destiny has unfolded throughout time, and it can help you understand why certain things happen in your life, like failures or success. Earth is to learn and experience, which includes overcoming challenges. Another interesting purpose behind living authentically is dealing with negative thoughts and feelings from past lives. The Akashic Records help us understand why we have certain fears and beliefs in this life, and we may not even know about. The records tell us that we're all meant to be spiritual creatures who have the ability to channel higher knowledge and guidance from our higher selves. The records are an incredibly powerful tool for opening our mind and understanding ourselves better as humans, because they allow us to reflect our past lives that affect who we are today. The personal purpose. There are many ways to find your purpose in life. One of the most popular is through Akashic Records, a record of every event that has ever happened on earth and in heaven. The Akashic Records contain all the knowledge that you can possibly imagine because they're not restricted by time like we are here on earth. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. People can ask questions about their lives and receive answers from their higher self through opening their Akashic Records. The Akashic Records are an incredible tool for finding your purpose in life. They give you a complete picture of everything that has ever happened to you so far. It's up to you to decide how much information you want to see and what's relevant. Your higher self will not show you anything that isn't important or meaningful in some way. Once you open your Akashic Records, it's common for people to see their past lives and their present one. It is a little different for everyone, but most people start out looking into the past. It's like looking through a filtered lens that shows you everything in your life from a particular perspective. The perspective of this lens is that your higher self, and it always points to what will help you grow spiritually and advance your soul evolution. People see their past lives to learn how they've been creating the circumstances of their present life. They can also discover what events occurred due to choices and actions from past and present lives. As we live our lives, we experience many different situations where love is involved, such as going on dates or having a romantic relationships. These are a good example of how we experience people who may have been in our lives before. These connections often don't make sense until we connect the dots and discover that someone is a past lover or soulmate. It can be an incredible feeling when you realize that the person you spending time with now was your spouse in another life. We can also discover who the people are that we're meant to learn from in this lifetime. If a person comes into our lives for whatever reason, there's probably an important lesson to be learned by being with them. There might not always be a direct relationship between someone you feel close to in your past lives, but there's most likely some meaningful lesson that was waiting to be learned. It can also help see how events in your life happen because of past actions and choices. Stuff happens and we make bad decisions sometimes, which results in unfortunate circumstances that are hard to deal with at the time. When something bad occurs, it's not always your fault. Even though we tend to blame ourselves when bad stuff happens, finding out the real reason why something happened helps us take responsibility for our actions and move forward. Hold on. Seeing past and present lives through the lens of the Akashic Records is useful because it helps people find the lessons they're meant to learn in this lifetime. When people can find the bigger picture of their lives and past experiences, it's easy for them to accept what happened and understand why it happened. The Akashic Records give you a new perspective that makes sense out of all the chaos in your life so that you can move forward in a positive direction. The purpose of your personal records is to show what the Akashic Records of you as a person are. The records are a place of absolute truth and honesty about who you are as a person and how your thoughts affect your destiny. It is easy to believe that the things that happen in our lives are random and have nothing to do with us. However, this isn't true, because everything is created with a purpose and meaning through the Akashic Records. The records tell us that we're all meant to be spiritual creatures who have the ability to channel higher knowledge and guidance from our higher selves. The records are an incredibly powerful tool for opening our minds and understanding ourselves better as humans, because they allow us to reflect on past lives that affect who we are today. The personal records can give us a complete picture of our life. They can show us why we're afraid of certain things in our lives and what we need to do to go after the person or situation we're fearing. It's possible that the reason you're afraid of something is because you were hurt by it or someone else in a past life. People often take their experiences with other people personally and get stuck living in the past without truly understanding why they are that way. The Akashic Records will give you an honest look at yourself so you can forgive yourself for past mistakes. The records will show you how other people in your life are creating the experience of fear, anger, and self-pity that you're feeling right now. You can use this knowledge to help yourself feel better about who you are as a person and not be so hard on yourself for past mistakes or things that happened to you in the past. You can move forward in your life without being stuck in the past or fearful about how people might treat you. The records will bring to the surface all hidden feelings and issues from previous lives that have affected who we are. All praise to the Most High, the new Elohim, Yah, He, Va, He, Kudash, 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 Adonai, Elohim, Sabayah, Mim, Da, Selah. Same equivalent to saying amen. Is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Tha, which is Tav, would be the last letter of the Hebrew alphabet. I am the first and the last, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Mim, Da, Selah, Ama. Y'all bless.